Hello YouTube, and you didn't see me last night, well those of you on the Zoom sesh did, but basically I had just enough time to record last night's video, but not enough time to upload it, because there was a Zoom sesh and I had to go for a last walk with a friend who lives too far away from me for the current limits we have that were being imposed while I was recording by NT Shock. Listen, by the way, all on board with this. We gotta look after each other, we gotta, do all the cliches, but in all seriousness, we gotta make sure we're being smart about this. So, there's a double episode tonight as a result, and we're gonna begin by going back in time to last night's video, so here we go. So, we still have a lot of other breweries to get through, but here on Drinking Irish, I'm doing a revisit, but it's a bit of a cheating revisit, because it's not really a revisit. The brewery we have been to before, but the reason we're doing it we haven't, and that's because James Redmond, great guy, Jimmy as we all know him, Redmond's off license, and I wanted show a bit of love to him, so I'm going to have the newest beer from the collab his people have done with Dot Brew. And Dot we have visited before, we had a great one of theirs, but this one I've never tried this before, this is the second one they've done, so let's crack it open and see what it's like. This is Round Trip, the barrel-aged Madeira Pale they've got, and I'm going to check that, because I've not been doing this so far, I'll do this now, 7.8%, because it is a weekend beer for sure. And so let's crack her open. I'm a bit late, by the way, for the crack beer session, but I'm recording this one pretty quickly in order to make sure we can join that. So this is not going to be the longest video we do, sorry in advance to everybody. But let's pour this one out. We are still going to do the beer the love it needs. It's Friday night, I've had a long week working. It's not an over week either. Somehow one of my hairs got in there, that's sexy, am it? Yep, we're getting that out there. And that's what the internet gets. Ooh, I'm getting that Madeira, alright. There's a lot of orange in the nose, is one way of putting it. Well, really more mandarins really. Wow. Clementine, mandarin, whatever you want to go with, it's got a lot of that. We're going to let the head settle a bit here. I've actually got the TV on in the background here on the phone because certain little broadcast by the T-Shock is happening at the moment. Another reason we're rushing this, so it's a very short video tonight. Sorry in advance, but I was there. I'm going to get the beer no matter what. Oh my, this is good. Getting a whole lot of orange, bit of passion fruit actually as well there. Definitely a bit of passion fruit in that. A little bit of toffee. But mostly I'm getting joy. I'm getting joy at this beer. It's 7.8%. It's powerful, it's good. But most of all, it came from the love of Jimmy Redmond. And he's one of the off licenses who've done more for Drinking Irish, for people who want to support Irish craft beer than any others. And there are lots of other great ones obviously. There's Martin's, there's Craft Central, there's Bag of Wines. But for me, Jimmy's the guy, because he does have a lot of import beer as well, which is great, because I like trying that stuff. If I ever want to get me a smoked beer, I know I'm going to Jimmy, get me some aged, let's say, Schlenklilo alt beer. No man, this is a good beer. It's the second one that Jimmy's done. The last one was another powerful one, this one is no different. This one probably should come with a health warning though, because it goes down awfully gently. But yeah, this is a great one. Sorry for the shortness of this video, but I want you all to go out there, keep drinking Irish, keep supporting your local brewers. I love you, look after yourselves, sláinte. Ooh, forward in time, like the dock. So we are back now in the future, where I was of course telling you all to keep drinking Irish. One thing I want to say just on top of that video before I get to tonight's beer is big things. As you can tell, I was exhausted. I had a long week working. I still have a bit of work to do tomorrow in fact. Well listen, we got to be smart, we got to keep supporting our local brewers, because this is a time when they really need our help. So please get out there, support your local brewers, buy Irish craft beer. And I'm going to drink one right now. Tonight's beer, Citra by Yellow Belly, down in Wexford. This is a great one. I think Yellow Belly, obviously they're on the road a couple of years now, but as far as first years go, it's really hard to top what Yellow Belly had in their first full year on the go. Like the reaction to them, the excitement, like this is a brewery that's really come along out the gates really great. So we're going to pour this out. Will be too much head, but not as bad as usual. And while I'm here waiting for that to settle, 4.8% is the strength. So yeah, a little bit too much head, so we'll give that a second to settle. So Yellow Belly, I remember even one of their first launches, which was at Jeff, and I've forgotten the other half of the headline, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to guess the name of somebody's wife. No, that's too risky. But sorry, Jeff and Mrs. Jeff, who was definitely not called Mrs. Jeff. But I mean, the headline on Clonbrassil Street in the corner there, fantastic spot. And met the lads, and it was just, you know, fantastic. And like, you know, I've been really liking their beers from the get go. And like for a brewery to start as well as Yellow Belly did is genuinely quite tough, because, you know, even if you've got a good brewer, like there's so much to work out when you're just starting out. As a new brewery on the block, like just making sure your first couple of beers are good is not to be sniffed at in the slightest. But speaking of sniffing, oh, heavenly, heavenly, heavenly. Yeah, I'm getting a whole lot of lemon here, a little bit of lime, and that's just in the nose. Let's give this a sip. You can see here, well, possibly can't because the way the lighting is, it is actually as cloudy as it's coming across. Not as dark as it looks. That's a little bit of the lighting, unfortunately. I haven't got them perfectly aligned tonight. Yeah, no, really fresh, really, really fresh. Let's give this a second sip, because just had another spice box tonight. So by those keeping count, I've had 5 straight nights of eating variants of the spice dish, as we like to call it, bag, box, bucket. To the point of I can't recall what I had on Monday night. Maybe I can check Monday's video and see what it was. You go look at Monday's video and tell me in the comments what I had. And hey, if ever there was like, you know, fishing for you to get more views, what else can I do? It's really, really fresh. Like that's the thing that jumps out. Like, you know, I'm getting that sort of Kinnigar vibe, sorry, to it when I'm drinking it, which is serious compliments in terms of that sort of feeling to drinking it. It's very gentle citrusy. Like the lemon and lime is definitely in there, but not in a Roxanne sense. They are like sort of distinctive in their flavours. Is it Roxanne lemon and lime? I think so, isn't it? No, that's orange and something, isn't it? Was it like Sprite is lemon and lime in it? Yeah, so it's not like a Sprite. They're more distinctive in how they are out there, and not too bitter at all, actually, which is also nice, because like I like a good bitter beer, but it's like more just simple. It's mild on the tongue. Yeah, it's just getting the job done. So it's Saturday night now, and listen, some of us don't know what to do at the time. Some of us have no time to do anything with. Whatever situation you're in, just be smart about it. You know, look after yourself, look after those around you. Check in on your friends. FaceTime, Zoom, whatever you got to do. Just, you know, keep it 100. That's what I say, you know. And on that note, in this double episode, it's still about the length in total of a single episode. In fairness, isn't that mad long? I'm just going to say cilantro to you all and have a great weekend.